Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we made our way through the tunnels under here with our new allies, and found even more allies. Two members of a group called Mongrels, descendants of Crusaders, who ended up getting corrupted. The descendants, I mean. So now they're like part animal, part human. Like, Lan here is, oh, where can I go? There. Lan is like part lizard and part human with a horn. And Wenduog here is like spider cat. So yeah, that's a whole thing. Actually, that's a regular light crossbow. I should take the masterwork. And this light crossbow can go to you, so you have something. Okay. Anyway. We also found a sword that once belonged to an angel, and we are able to hold it somehow. So, that's something new that we can do. Oh! Light of the Angels. You summon a soothing light, warming the hearts of your allies and obscuring the vision of your enemies. Every ally in a 20-foot radius gains a temporary hit point, and the enemies become dazzled for 1d4 rounds. Dazzling is -1 penalty on attack rolls and perception checks. Probably not going to use it. Anyway, let's head in. Alright, here we are. There are other mongrels about here. Let's see what we can find around here. Oh! Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Unblinking glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of a normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way toward you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Lan points at you. She had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Sol raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Sol eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Wenduog stares at you intently, like a cat watching a bird, and shakes her head in warning. Is there someone else from the surface here? Sol points off to the side. There he is. Hale and hearty and prim as a peacock. Just like me. Sh not good. Too many uplanders. Sh not good. Sh not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not to you to us. Lan speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command. Bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The mongrels abandon their tasks and stare transfixed. The light is bright but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. Sol is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. So it's true. The angel did not forsake us, no. He came back from the dead He came to save our children. Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Wenduag hisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women. Their blood will be on your hand. We have the blessing of the angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. Idiot! You see a bright light, and now you think even the maze is no match for you? You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple, at least. But one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, Lan. We're Neethers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lan. Wait, Uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. Alright, Chief. Understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. Wenduag only grits her teeth in silence. Alright. And we leveled up. We're also fatigued. Right, first things first, level up. Eldritch Scion level 2. We're going to gain Spell Strike, which will be interesting. Okay, so Persuasion and Perception. Interesting that I only get 2. Alright, and I get a new spell. I do want to have other ability spells. And since I'm going to be in melee range, spells that touch people are probably good. So Corrosive Touch and Shocking Grasp are actually good spells to have. So I'm going to grab Shocking Grasp so I can use it. And we get Spell Strike. So whenever the Magus casts a spell with a range of touch from the Magus spell list, he can deliver the spell through any weapon he is wielding as part of a melee attack. Instead of the free melee touch attack normally allowed to deliver it, a Magus can make one free melee attack with his weapon as part of casting the spell. If successful, this melee attack deals its normal damage as well as the effects of the spell. If the Magus makes this attack in concert with spell combat, this melee attack takes all the penalties accrued by spell combat melee attacks. So it will allow me to use Shocking Grasp as a melee attack, which is good. Alright, Paladin. You gain your automatic things. An automatic level up I'm fine with. And you get Lay on Hands and Divine Grace. Charisma bonus to all saving throws. Nothing to need to change there. Spirit Hunter. Shaman. So you get that. You get your abilities. I do think I want to change this. +2 natural armor bonus to AC. I don't think so. Having a healing hex is incredibly useful. So we are now going to customize what you do. So you get a healing hex. Zen Archer. Okay, you get that. Precise Shot. Shoot or throw ranged weapons at an opponent engaged in melee without taking the standard -4 penalty on your attack roll. Yes, that is 100% something to do. And Longbow for Zen Archer. Yep, that works for me. And Weapon Focus Longbow. And as for you, you gain your skills. Deadly Aim. You already have Precise Shot. You can do Point Blank Shot, which could be useful. Deadly Aim. Another -1, but more damage. Not the worst idea, unless I want to do Weapon Focus. Because it is a combat feat. Actually, I am going to change. We're going to do Weapon Focus Longbow. There we go. Anything else to say, Soul?
Eh?
I want to ask a few questions.
Aye?
Tell us about mongrels.
Eh? Ah, well, we're the Crusaders under the ground. The children of the first Crusaders. The world wound touches everyone. Look at us. We're all marked by it. The Uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here. But we have a secret.
Soul's one good eye twinkles slyly.
We're waiting. When the shield mage falls, that is the end of our lives down here. We will go up to the surface to fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. But now we have all seen the light of heaven. Now we can go. What other signs do we need? We must fulfill our Crusader duty.
Tell me about Wenduog.
Ah, Wenduog. Our beauty, our huntress. Who is more skilled than Wenduog? There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Wenduog is the only one who to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say.
Tell me about Lan.
Lan, he's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. It's not safe. He wouldn't last a gong.
Thank you for your answers. What are you going to do now?
The messenger is swift. He'll rally the tribes, all of them. The angel's light is with us, so we will follow it. Now you go, rest, eat.
Can I just clarify? Are we Uplanders, prisoners, or guests here?
Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests.
I want to look around here. Alright. Oh, we can pick up a load of loot here. Which does contain things. Is there anywhere further we can go in this direction?
We do it my
No, I do not believe there is anywhere further we can go in this direction. Alright. Which means we go down this way. Oh! Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Gwyrm. Yes, that Gwyrm. You no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then? Oh, you couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived, and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabris. I may not be as well known as a certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Gwyrm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? Oh, you have August Gwyrm to thank for that. How did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus's eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. They turned out to be decent chaps. Frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though they saved your life? Puh! Kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. August Gwyrm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. And what kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You look like someone who can swing a blade as well as cast a spell. I'm very gratified to see it. A good generalist will be a fine companion on the way to the surface. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you. But I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabra's elite. 2,000 gold. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let's not be miserly. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000. That's my final offer. Damn. I rolled a 3. I needed a 6. Fine, deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget about our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. Seems simple enough. Alright, let's look around, see what we can loot. I'm sure we'll find plenty of things. Down here I think we can check. Oh, look at that, more loot. Mutated fish, lovely. And more mutated fish. Well, I mean, I guess it does make sense. They're fishing down here. First aid kit. Anevia, you have anything to say? This tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists. Then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Horgus and Anevia sit some distance apart, sniping at one another in an idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the bad blood between you two about? Oh, it's an old matter. Miss Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Huh. Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwyrm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city... What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see? I have a reputation to uphold. One that I value most highly. Horgus Gwyrm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes, you're an alright bloke. But carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anevia, how's the leg? Anevia scrunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city now? Oh, perhaps the city is no more. If the Scari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Dascari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Mendavian army. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story. The sort of thing drunks in the taverns would come out with. Now I wonder if now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. Then again, speaking of stories, Truth be told, stories are all I ever knew about Kitsune. Word has it there's a lady diplomat in the capital, a true fox both in looks and behavior, but I've never met her myself. Well, perhaps mongrels are not that exotic by comparison. The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet, in caves, in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Hulrun would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing, or if I am now homeless. I'm going to find Irabeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. We have to go. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself.
I'm off.
And do you have anything to say, Horgus? Well now, how go the efforts to find a route back to the surface? How long are we expected to be stuck down here? I'd help out, but I'd probably be less than useless with only one good leg. But if I have to listen to dear Mr. Gwyrm whine for another hour, I might just dig myself a tunnel back to the surface with my bare hands. Okay then. Ah, a vendor, Daira. Let me just loot this, and loot this. Hello there. You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small, sharp teeth. You from the surface! You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Daira, let's trade. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Daira the Hoarder, Daira the Coin, Daira the City Girl. Like that's a bad thing. I trawl the caves picking up all kinds of things from the surface that wash down here through your sewers. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with my best finds for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well, then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with gold like city folk. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Daira yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing. Wiping her mouth, she continues. Our forefathers lived in the city like you. Our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war, only civilized folk can buy and sell. They've all forgotten what trading is. They've forgotten the value of gold. They barter hides for plant roots and go on about the feats of the Crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins and I have things to sell. Now let's trade like proper city folk. Alright. And I have a lot of things to sell, including all of these weapons. This is going to go down there. And we have ingredients and reagents. Okay. So that'll give me 303. Is there anything I want to buy? Scrolls, armor, a few weapons. Quiver of cold iron ammunition. I don't care about that, but I will buy this purifying solution. I need that. Is there anything else here? Thick pads I don't have the money for. Definitely don't need that. Yeah, I don't really need much of anything here. Purifying solution is useful, so I'll take all of that. Okay. Now then. So that's where we go to rest. Let me see if there's anything else I can loot first. I mean, I may as well. And that appears to be it. So let's go and rest. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance to the maze. Our people have already gone there. I've warned Inevia and that old guy won't even acknowledge me. Take your time, there's no rush. The most important people are always show up late. Lan looks around. Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Wendwag's gone. All the tribes? So a whole army is marching on the maze, then? By mongrel standards, yes. But don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold a weapon, and fewer still who can do any damage with one. What do you think happened to Wendwag? Lan shakes his head. I don't know. She was always stubborn. Maybe she decided she could do it all on her own. I hope she comes back. We'll struggle without her, and she'll struggle without us, no matter how hard she'd try to deny it. What about Anevia and Horgus? Are we just going to leave them here? Once we cleared the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Anevia's in no state to fight, and that Horgus guy, he doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll out a red carpet all the way to the exit. Still, are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left and then came back. The chief back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anybody else going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted was for everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. There were other passages, but they're far from here, and with all these earthquakes, who knows what condition they're in now. So our best bet is the maze. If it doesn't lead anywhere, then we can consider our next move. Let's go. Let's go, but before we do, thank you. I was so happy I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something no one else has in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worth something, now that we have the power of the angels on our side. Won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us save the young ones. Hopefully. Let's go through the main gate. The straight road is the shortest. Also, I just remembered something that I forgot to do. Spellbook. You have another slot. I didn't set it up. Cure Light Wounds is something that's useful to have. Next single attack made against you takes a minus 10 penalty. Interesting, but go ahead with Cure Light Wounds. Unfortunately, we should have done that before we rested. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we head for the maze. Till then, I am Chester44. I'll send in his Falai. That is me, Sela, Camellia, and Lan. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.